by 7.
On first down, it's Darnold. Well, he's going to take a shot. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Washington with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, one word for that opening play call, and that is aggressive, but it worked. First play from scrimmage, long touchdown pass.
Well, let's be honest about it. In our production meeting last night, we talked about when would the secondary get tested. I did not say that it'd get tested on play number 1. I knew as the game went along, they would take their shots, but that, as you said, a bold strike and very successful right out of the gate.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Catch you, line 9. Boost the team. Alert. Watch 2. Watch 3.
On first and 10, it's Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
25.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Right there.
Here's Wilson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
After the interception, here's Darnold. Washington's got it. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Darnold from the gun. Caught by Allen. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Now a play fake here on first down. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be 2 guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
the benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway.
About 3 yards there to the 27. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen. Lady.
Throwing here on third down, Darnold. And that's caught by Smith. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. Darnold from the red zone now. Flush to his right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Well, let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now a first-quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. If I have a fullback or the running back, they stay in and help me block. Maybe not as many receivers in a pattern. Anything to try and slow down.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to lead to a third down. On third down, Wilson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Back to throw, Darnold. It's caught, Smith. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Now Darnold. And he fires one that's intercepted. Then it's Clinton Dix with a pick. Past the 20. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Throwing is Wilson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
3rd and long, it's Wilson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Terrell Edmonds comes flying in from safety for the sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Come on. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Ready?
To throw is Darnold. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Good. Keep it up, keep it up. Mike 5-4, Mike 5. Hustle. Man out.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Wilson to throw again. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care. And he's going to go down again. T.J. Watt has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. On 1st and 10, Darnold. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. The secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
But it's brought in by Washington. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards on the play. Darnold. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 25-yard line. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a handoff looking right. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler 1st down. Running game working, they'll stick with it on 1st down. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. James Washington with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, he'll force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. And he comes back with one complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw again is Wilson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Tempo.
Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald able to record his 5th sack of the season. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target, and it's third down.
And 13.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He's going to air one out. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Good stuff. Keep doing
These
it.
guys take over first and 10 at their own 46-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off inside the 5. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Check 9, check 9. Watch twins. Watch twins.
They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. He'll have a first down past the 40. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year as his guys are back within a single score.
I'm here all day. Watch out, watch out. Watch out.
Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Here's Darnold. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. J.J. Watt in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Well, there was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
3rd and long, it's Darnold. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Nick Bosa in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Agnew now to return. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position.
Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
I got kicked out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
Good job right there. Good job right there.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
We've called a lot of games, but we don't normally talk about inside linebackers being that fleet of foot, do we?
No, he was able to get outside there to make that play.
Yeah, and you know what makes them faster? Their ability to read plays, understand what offenses are trying to do, and put themselves in proper position.
Record. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Check.
First carry for James Conner. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Hey, Charlie. 58, come on. Watch the pass.
On first down, Darnold. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Darnold now to throw. And this one complete to Smith. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
It's a gain of 20. And the Steelers first down.
A first down throw, Darnold. That's caught by Howard. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Darnold to throw again. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Coming to you. 58 Mike, 58 Mike.
Darnold on first down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Bravo.
Again, Darnold. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Vincent Smith, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Come on, baby. Let's go. Take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it first and 10.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Now Wilson on first down. Man over the middle, and it's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another first and 10. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
In your face. 2, and let's get that ball, Dean. Let's get that ball.
On second and 9, Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Able to get there and pick it. There he goes right side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. A little bit of a backbreaker right there. You're down close, one-score game, trying to push the ball down the field and score, and you throw a pick six.
And sometimes you take a little bit of a gamble when you're making your throws, right? Sometimes you press it a little bit more than maybe you wanted to because you want that score so badly. In this case, it cost them.
This is taken at the 3. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And fresh off the pick six. They've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talked about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out at me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to second and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's second and 4. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. They got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a third and 2 more.
Brings up third and 2.
Mike, 58, right there. Save.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Go. Hey, guys, listen. 58's the Mike. 58's the Mike.
On first and 10, it's Wilson. He completes it to Boyd. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation.
At the Steelers' 41-yard line.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up second and 6. Here's Wilson to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. On third down, Wilson. And that is incomplete.
The one with the dime look that time on defense just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
58's the money. 58's the money.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Barnes. And he is going to have the first down here, but hold on, as there's a flag on the field, and I think someone got held. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They're going on fourth down. It's Wilson. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Now they try the right side here. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Let's go.
Throwing here on third down, Darnold. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 40, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And again this time to the tailback. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
Hey, Wahoo!
From the gun on third down, here's Durham. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. Just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like
pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. T.J. Watt in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. To throw is Wilson. Running over the middle by Grant. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And this one will be brought back to the 22. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee.